everyone, it's Linda. This is take 2 because I just did this entire video and the camera wasn't on. So here we go again. Let's try this one more time. Today I'm going to share some tips with you, and the first thing I'm going to share with you, now some of these things you may have already heard of before and some may be new to you. So my first tip is going to be how to make eyeliner last longer during the summer months, especially the summer months, when it tends to want to bleed. And once you apply your liner, all you're simply going to do is get an eyeshadow that is very similar to the color of your liner, apply some to a small brush, and just run that shadow right across the liner. That will help set the liner and make it last a lot longer. My next tip is how to get your foundation to stay on your nose during the summer months. When we sweat, we tend to be a little more oily in the summer months. And what you do is you take a heavier concealer, such as sharp, I always want to call this sharp, such as Tarte Shape Tape, and you apply it to your nose. I'm going to demonstrate this one. You apply it to your nose, especially in the problem areas where the pores are larger or where you tend to be a little oilier, and you take a sponge or a brush and you pounce it in. You don't want to blend it. Don't do a blending motion. Do a pouncing motion. Working it into the pores and into your skin. Then you come back with whatever foundation you're using that day and apply some of that to your nose. Take the same brush, again pouncing it in, not rubbing, pouncing. Then simply come back with a little bit of a finishing powder. I have this one by Luna, and apply some to a brush. And this simple technique will make your foundation on your nose stay a lot longer during those hot, sweaty, oily-skinned summer months. My next tip is how to take a foundation that may be heavy or matte, a little too heavy and matte for summer months, and make it a more lightweight foundation or a more dewy, more luminous foundation. And it is so simple. You just simply take a few pumps of your favorite foundation on the back of your hands, add some oil, a drop or two, and mix it together and apply it as you normally would your foundation. And you've taken what was a heavy, more winter type foundation and turned it into something a little more appropriate for summer. My next tip is how to take a mascara that has started to become a little bit, a little thick or a little clumpy. Now I wouldn't suggest doing this to an old mascara. Mascara, generally speaking, has a shelf life of about 6 months. So you don't want to take a really old dried up mascara and do this. But if you have a newer mascara that's starting to get a little too thick for you, you simply take the mascara, the wand out, and you add a little bit of either an eye drop or a saline solution. Now you need to use something that is safe. Oh, excuse me, I bumped my camera. You need to use something that is safe to use in your eyes. So not a contact lens cleaner, but like I say, a saline solution or an eye drop. And you just simply take a few drops of it, apply it right into the tube of mascara. You put the wand back in and you give it a few good shakes. And what had been a thick, clumpy mascara will now be again creamy. And if the first couple of drops don't do the trick for you, just add a couple more drops, but I guarantee it will become more usable again. And also remember to save your wands from your mascara, because you can use those to groom your brows, or your husband can use it to groom his mustache if he has one. And another tip is, we've all had these little tubes, and we're here, we're squeezing it, we're trying to get every last drop out. We cut it. If you simply take a fork and put this between the fork and push it forward, you'll get every drop out of there. This one is not that empty, or I'll take the lid off and show you, but this is for demonstration purposes only. But just put that tube right between the fork prongs and just push it forward, and whatever is in there is going to come right to the top. And my last tip is how to clean brushes without going out and spending a lot of money on cleaners. A container this size, this is actually an old candle jar, and all you're going to want to do is take some white vinegar. For this size jar, generic vinegar works just fine, but white vinegar. But for this size container, about 1 tablespoon of the white vinegar to about 1 tablespoon of dish soap. This is Dawn. I prefer Dawn. And hot water in this, and I guarantee you, when you put your brushes in there, it practically dissolves whatever's on them in an instant. It's my favorite thing to use to clean my brushes. And that's all I have for the day. I hope you found some of these tips helpful. I hope some of them were something that you have never heard before. And as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.